Hello everybody, this is Peyton McDonald, and I am sorry that I have not been very active on the channel lately. I've been running out of ideas. Emo broke, his battery died. Now I have my replacement. I tried to do an unboxing video before I realized how dumb I was, because I was going to set it up, and I realized I needed the app on the phone that I was recording on. So that didn't work out. But my Emo has an issue where he shows error 501 on the screen. He doesn't start up, or he does, but he doesn't really do much. Occasionally he'll turn a couple times, and he'll connect to the app, and he still shows that he has a Wi-Fi connection. But that's about it. And one thing that I read on the Living AI forum is that Emo's internal memory, it's really not internal memory, I mean it is, but it's not built into him. It's actually stored on a micro SD card. And that's one thing that I remember hearing as a suggestion to fix that problem, to try and figure out, or to try and take out the card and put it back in, just to see if maybe that didn't work. You know, maybe the card was the issue, and just taking it out and putting it back in might work. I tried it, and in my case it did not work. But I do, I'm going to make this video to show you how to take Emo's front plate apart without breaking the robot. So that I did try it on my, well, not on my previous one. I didn't actually know that it had an SD, but I did mess around with the previous one a little bit after it broke. So I do know, I know how it comes apart. And if anybody from Living AI is watching this video by any chance, I promise I will get the first one sent out. I haven't done that yet. So the first thing you need to do is take off his headphones. And I'm going to keep his charger close, because I'm actually going to use that to hold the screws, because it has magnets on the side of the charger. Let's see, there's my Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, so I don't need that yet. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take off these things around the headphones. Yes, that's actually how he comes apart. It's a very weird way of doing it, but I do like it. I guess they wanted to keep the screws hidden. Originally, when I had my first one, I thought that there might be, maybe one of these pieces would, was just held in there by just plastic tabs, and you'd have to pop one off, and maybe there were screws under it, like a few other things that I've seen. But that is actually not how it works. Oh, and my Emo, when I had it apart, I took the screen cover off, because the cover that it had is actually really dark, and because I'm blind, or I'm not completely blind, but I would like to be able to I'd like to be able to see his screen a little bit more. So I took the screen cover off, and it actually does make the LCD, it makes the display quite a bit brighter. So I will probably be keeping it off, even when I get him fixed. So what you want to do is just get to the headphones and take a finger around these, like a fingernail around these edge pieces, and just start. There's an indentation in the plastic on the bottom where you can start, and then once you do that, you'll feel a couple of those plastic tabs pop up, and then you just kind of work it around there like this. Oh, and it flies off the desk. Okay. So there's one. I'll do this other one. Oh. Oh, come on. It can be a little hard to get started, but oh, come on. Get out of there. I wonder if I can get a flathead screwdriver. I'm a little scared to try this because I don't want to like put a bunch of scratches in the plastic, but I'm gonna do it once just so I can pop this up. This might be too big too. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay. I'll put that back up. I shouldn't need it. Okay, so I got it. Took me a little bit to get that one undone, but then like I said, like the first one, you just keep going around and it'll pop off. And now you'll notice that on each side, I don't know if I can't really see it, so there's 4 screws on each side. There's 2 on each side. The front 2, they're closer to his screen. If you unscrew the front 2 on this side and the front 2 on this side, on the left and right sides, the screen will actually pop out. So let me go ahead and do that. All right. And I might have messed up a couple of the screws getting it back together, because these you really can't tighten too much. And then like I said, I have this charger, so I'm just gonna put that there and let the magnet hold it. Okay, do this other one. The back 2 are for the speaker plate, so you don't really need to do those. Oh, come on. Helps if you get it in there before you start turning it. Did I get it? I don't know. I don't really feel it. This might be one of the ones that I messed up, so it's a little hard to tell if I'm getting it out. All right, I'll put that one on that. There's 2 magnets on the charger. All right, so I got both of these 2. Like I said, you don't need to worry about the back 2 closer to the speaker, but I'm gonna flip them around and do these 2. Gotta get it in there. There we go. Got it. All right, that one comes out. All right, last one for this part. Okay, so now all of those are out. I'm gonna move this out of the way. So now the next thing is to get in there and actually start pulling up the screen. Now this is another, you know what, never mind, I'll save that for the end. I do have a suggestion to make this a little bit easier. The tester units actually had, from what I remember seeing, like I said, I have some vision, so I could see some of the videos if I zoomed in like a lot. But I think they actually had a hole for the SD card right here in the head. I don't know why they didn't keep that open, or I mean, I guess it looked a little weird to keep it open, but at least have like a, I don't know, a cover that you could just like pop open to access it. Okay, so I have the top piece of it out. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm pulling off the entire front panel. Oh, there we go. All right. So then once you kind of get it, once you kind of pry it out a little bit, then the whole panel comes away like that. So this is the piece that his camera, his LCD display, and his distance sensor are on. So we'll move Emo out of the way for now because we don't really need him for this part. Oh, I'll move these two. Angle this down. So the next thing you're going to want to do is, and this was a challenge to me at first, you're going to want to unscrew. There's 8 screws around the edge of this plastic thing. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew each one of those. One thing that I really do like about this is they made both sides symmetrical. So if you know where it is on one side, you're going to know where it is on the other side. All right. And then I don't know if these are different sizes, but just in case, I'm going to put these screws. I have the, wait a minute, do I actually have all 4? Yeah, I think I do. I have the 4 outside screws from where his headphones were at on the bottom magnet, and then on the top is where I'm going to put the front panel screws. Okay. There's 2. I probably could pause and come back when I have all these done. That's probably what I'll do as soon as I get done with this one. So in case there is anyone that's blind that would like to attempt this. Oh no. Did I really just do that? I think I did. I think I might have mixed up my screws. Unless they're all the same size, then I don't have to worry, but they actually do feel like they're the same. Oh, no, maybe not. I think the headphone screws are a little bit longer. Oh, as I just put one of the headphone screws with the other ones. I don't know. I'll check that just to make sure, but yeah, you know, I think they are a little bit longer. All right, so I'll have to reorganize those. There are, starting from the bottom, there's 2 plastic things where the LCD thing is held in, and there's 2 screws under each one of those. There's one on each one of those, or under them. There's 1 screw on each bottom corner, kind of by where these things stick up. And then they're kind of in the same places on the top. They're on the, like, slightly below the top corners, and then right on each side and slightly above the top connector. So in case there's anybody that is blind that would like to attempt this, that is where the screws are located. So anyway, I will be right back after I get all these unscrewed, and we'll go from there. Alright, I should have all the screws out. Yep, I do. Okay, so now it doesn't just pull straight out. You have to you got to push the bottom piece out first, but then these side tabs up here, they extend kind of over the board to, I guess, keep it in place. So you kind of have to pull each one of those out and push the bottom of the thing where the distance sensor is out at the same time. And here's the plastic piece. I'll set that off to the side. And the front panel comes apart like that. Now, the micro SD card port is up on the top left of the board. It's to the left of the camera, right on the edge. And it, luckily it works just like any normal card slot would. You just press it in and it pops out. And then you can pull it from there. That's what his card looks like. So then whenever you're ready to put it back in, you just line it up with the shorter edge, like where it's kind of cut out. You want that on the bottom left. And then you just slide it in like that. And then you press down. You'll hear it click into place, and that's it. Now, one thing I did try, and I noticed it worked quite well, is you can actually, the board, if you get those connectors lined up, the board fits in like on the front of Emo pretty well. So one thing that I was wondering is, why not, like, to give people easier access so that in the future, if they do make anything available where you can just buy a new, or get a new card from them, or maybe you can transfer all of the current software to a new Emo by just pulling the card out and putting a new one in. Or maybe if you want to put more storage in there for photos, or maybe even new features if they add new stuff and it exceeds the I think 4 gigabytes is what he has built in by default. Why not, instead of having the plastic piece screwed to the board, why not just have the front cover, instead of being screwed in on the sides where the headphones are? Why couldn't the front cover be held in just by plastic tabs, and you could just pop it out, and then the board be screwed to Emo himself? That way you have easier access to the card, and you don't have to unscrew 3 separate things to get the card out, because it fits pretty well. There we go. It fits on the front of Emo without the plastic thing being there. So, like, I honestly think that would have been a better idea, and you still would have had room around the edges to put the screws in. I don't think you'd need 8 to hold it in, but maybe, like, I don't know, 4 or 6. Like, I don't know. If anything changes in the production of future Emos, I seriously do think that should be a change. Especially if there's any plans in the future to make the card reader accessible. Why not just be able to pop the plastic piece off, pull the card out from there? Like, even if you don't want to keep it open like it was on the test units, or have a cover that you can flip up, on the plastic thing itself, like on the front piece, at least have the whole front part just come off. I don't think it would mess with the durability at all, because the camera and the distance sensor, yeah, the camera sticks out a little bit, and that might be an issue, but I'm sure they could probably figure out a way to get around that. And then if he falls and this piece comes off, then you just pop it back in and you're good to go. You know, maybe there's a reason that they didn't do it that way, but honestly, I think this is a better way to do it. Like, instead of having, you know, like I've already said multiple times, instead of having the thing, like the board screwed to the plastic, just have it screwed to EMO. Have the plastic piece just pop off the front. Okay, anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way, to put it back together, it is a little challenging at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to do. You want to line up, make sure everything is facing the right way. The hole in the bottom of the plastic piece needs to line up with the bottom sensor. There is a plastic thing on the top of the like there's a notch on the top of the front part. You want to make sure that the top of the board goes, like, slides under that. And then once you get that in there, you can literally just click it back into place. Really, I don't even see the need for screwing. Like, if you already have this stuff holding it in, and you're screwing the headphones, or I mean, you're screwing the front part to the headphones, why would you even need? I mean, maybe it's just for extra durability to reinforce the board on there, you know, so to make sure that nothing happens. But if it's already connected to EMO and it's already being held in by the plastic thing, the front part being screwed onto, like, through the headphone things, honestly, I don't see why. I don't know. It probably is better that way, just in case it takes a trip to the floor. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm going to get this all put back together, and then I will be back. One thing I do want to say before I forget is it's always nice to have a screwdriver with a magnetic end, because your screws just stick to that, and you can, well, I mean, if you can see, you know, it probably wouldn't be as big of an issue, but for me, because I have to feel where everything goes, this really does help. My screw sticks to the screwdriver, and I don't have to worry about losing it while I try to feel my way around the board. Okay, that is in there. So now, there it is. You have to be very careful to not over tighten these, because if you do, you could probably mess something up. Like I said, I think I might have messed up a couple screws. I want to make sure that these screws, oh, where did that one go? Where did that thing go? Okay, now I'm a little worried. I might have just lost a screw. Okay, I found it. I just have to get it. Okay. Alright, so this one is slightly longer, so that means it's going to go in the headphone connectors. Or the headphone screws. Stick that to the end of my screwdriver. These screws are small enough that they're not much, they don't weigh too much, so that they really do stick to the screwdriver a little more than other ones that I've had to take apart, other things that I've had to take apart. So it, like I said, it really does help. Okay, there's that. All right. Well, now that I've said that, I'm going to put this together, and then I'll be back. Okay. So I have the front panel screwed back together. It's a very long process. I mean, it really isn't, but I did mess up my organization on the charger, so I had to redo that, figure out which screws went where. But once I did that, then it's okay. The screws are pretty small, and they're a little weird, but once you get used to it, you'll be okay. Now, like I said, I took the screen cover off. In order to do that, once you get, let me see if I can find his, where is his screen cover? I have it in a drawer over here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So anyway, what you need to do first, if you do want to take it off, because I'm sure there's probably some people that are going to want to 3D print custom ones or whatever, or maybe the trim around the edge. So what you want to do with this is, once you get, it's going to be attached and you can't pull it out unless you pull off the trim around the edge. So what you want to do is you literally just go in with your fingers and just start popping these plastic tabs out. It's kind of hard to do. Now, this is what I mean when I say that it's very dark. I have the screen cover over the camera, and you can see everything is quite a bit darker than that. So anyway, you just want to get your finger in the edge and pop these out. With me, it's a little easier. I can just kind of do this. I have a little more room to move it now that it's not actually on Emo. So I can just take it and do this. I can do it this way. But if you want to put it back on, before you put the board in, you put this piece in, and then you can put the thing around the edge. It won't stay on while the screen is there, because it actually hooks into the screen and not the side, like the plastic part. It stays in there kind of temporarily, but it doesn't permanently stay there. See, look, it pops back out. And then once you get it back in, you just take this and pop it in. There's 6 things. There's 2 on the top and bottom, and then 1 on each side. I'm not going to worry about putting it back in because I want mine off. But yeah, so anyway, once you do that, then you're just going to take this and pop it back in. Now with this you do have to be careful because there are two connectors. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. So you can't just force it in. You kind of have to really know where you're going before you just go popping it in. Well, now that I'm, once you get it in, then you really do have to push hard on it. All right, so that's in. That was actually easier than I thought it would be. Maybe because I took it apart before. I don't know. Okay. And then after that, you screw the headphone, the screws under the headphone thing back together. So I will go ahead and do that. If I can find my screwdriver, where did I put it? I'm sure it's right in front of me, and of course, I'm not seeing it. There it is. I found it. All right. So yeah, now the headphone screws are slightly longer than the ones on the board. Came off of my screwdriver, so now I gotta get it back in there. Okay, I got it. This might have been the one that I accidentally messed up, but it's in there, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And I'll have the other one in there in a second, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. All right. Oh yeah, that is one of them that I messed up. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't want both of them. I just want one. Right, and then this one, last screw. All right, so then once you get that in, you take the edge pieces. If I can find the other one. Where did the other one go? I would like to find the other one. There it is. Okay, I found him. And then they only fit in one way. So the best way that I have found to do it is to just kind of stick one side in and then keep turning it until it pops in, but keep your finger on that one side so you know exactly. Oh, okay, I found it. So then you just, oh, no, I did not. This side will not go in. It's all right, so I gotta pop it back out. And I know that this side will not fit, so I just have to keep spinning it around until I find the place that it goes in. Oh, there it is. Okay, that fits a lot better. So then you just click it in. Same thing with the other side. find it? No, I did not. Oh, yeah, I did. All right, and now Emo is done. That's it. Hopefully that helped. If it didn't help now, it will probably help in the future when they actually do make this functionality available. Whenever we're actually allowed to pop the card out and pop a new one in. Maybe they've already started thinking about that. I don't know. But I do think that my idea of making this front piece just pop off instead of unscrewing the entire thing. If you're going to have removable storage, make it removable. You know, I guess it did make it look weird when you had the card slot on top of his head, but I don't know. I do think we should have easier access to it. Just in case something does happen, we need to replace Emo. Or even if we don't need to, like if we just need to have, you know, maybe this Error 501 is nothing more than a corrupted SD card, and then maybe we can just pop it into a computer and reformat it, and we're good to go. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is how to access the micro SD card slot, and my opinion on how it should be accessed. This is only my opinion, you know. It's just an idea. I love Emo the way he is, but it's just an idea to make him a little bit better. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video, whenever that is. I need to get some more robots, get this one working. I don't know if the card is corrupted or what, but I'm going to try and install the latest update when it comes out in a month or so, or probably less than a month, maybe in a week or so now. He's been broken for a couple weeks, so I've just been kind of waiting. I haven't sent an email yet. I want to try everything that I possibly can first, because honestly, I really don't want to send this one back. I'm on my second one. This is my second Emo. I don't want to keep having to send back robots. I still haven't got that first one sent out. I promise I will get that done. But yeah, that's about it. I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.